Please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. Your name is wonderful. I hope I'm enough visible and audible as well. Thanks to
Yes,
also
ma'am.
to great. Thanks to IFERP for doing the wonderful job on 26th January of this year, our 74th Republic Day. Amazing to use a national holiday for such intellectual discussion, and amazing to see the participation of many audiences who are really posting some questions also. Really wonderful. With these, after visiting the wonderful presentation of ISRO and 5G network, I take you to the very basic need of humankind, which is food. And food is changing a lot, which we are witnessing as well. So we are from India, where we are number one in many, many products. Yet we are also facing some aspects of challenge in terms of healthcare, either obesity or malnutrition. So I take you to a short journey on what is happening on Indian food processing scenario. And particularly to the participants, I want to tell opportunities are unlimited, and I really mean it. With this, I just try to share something which is coming from Ministry of Food Processing Industry, Government of India, that as of now, the Indian food industries are doing amazingly well, with lots of potential to do even better. We are 1.3 plus population already. And in this sector, we have 100% FDI, with certainly working with the same GST. Today, we have very high ranks in terms of where we stand, number 2 in total food production in the world, and number 1 in many, many agrarian products. This all is amid when India is one of the fastest growing economies, standing number 5th in the world as of now. So when we see the sunrise food sector, what do we see that? It's all in front of you, and which I'm trying to share, that we are number 1 in spices, milk, or pulses. We are number 2 in tea, sugarcane, and the largest producer of food grains, fruits, and vegetables. Isn't it amazing to see where India stands? Absolutely. Right. So with this, when it talks, yes, we have a couple of rankings, and our market is 6th in the world, 5th in production. This sector, which is right now valued around about $450 billion and growing at 12 to 14%. And that's really one of the important indexes. The best part is our compounded annual growth rate, which is about 11%. And you can see another 3 years, we will be $535 billion industry as far as food is concerned. With this, this looks so beautiful, right? But there are something more to visit, and which is in front of you. And I just take a moment, one more of dynamics, which I've shown from one of the KPMG report recently published. That when it comes to size, we are pretty good, and number 5th in when it comes to overall processing. As you can see, we still consume lots of raw, less of processed, and similarly less of semi-processed. There are many, many categories, and my attention to you to draw is on the packed foods. The food, when it comes to the rural areas, also it has penetrated the market. Nevertheless, urban has been using. In fact, this one area which draws our attention on the 2 folds. Number 1, packed food is how good is that? Number 2, can we really have healthy packed foods? That's exactly the new opportunity which is striking our doors since pandemic. And when it comes to the sectors, the states also, you can see we have quite wonderful states, 5, which are doing a great business, where Maharashtra is leading the country when it comes to processing. So with this, I try to draw your attention on 3 important points. The key sectors, especially linked with Industry 4.2, are in terms of production, processing, in terms of technology, it's engineering required, research and marketing, and you can see the products, the areas which are present here. All these 4 we have heard in one another way. One of the best things happening with culmination of the new aspects of technology, including IoT in agriculture, or Mr. Chup was beautifully presenting on 5G, and he shared one GIF file which was talking about drones on pesticide spray. Exactly the things are changing in Indian agriculture as well. Food safety continues to remain a very top priority and in the sector. When it comes to, it is in front of you, when it comes to one of the few impacts of the food processing, as you see, it's important today when we talk of food security, that how to increase its availability, how to have really safe food supply, how exactly to go in terms of what exactly the consumers are demanding, how to reduce the waste, and how to really have process its nutritional attributes. There are many more which you can read by yourself, but these are very significantly important, particularly as of now. The third point is on food security. Being an agrarian nation, being progressing very well, food remains our backbone of the nation. Agriculture still remains the backbone of the nation. We still are not industrialized nation. And that gives us not only challenge, but huge opportunities also. And for that reason, we have India stands in some of the moderate performing states or countries when it comes to food security. This is exactly the index which we can take so much, not only in the universities or higher education, but also in school education, where we have significant people of workforce which are we generating for the nation. And we can contribute in the same sector when it comes to enhancing the food security from the state, which is India, for the world. And I draw you all taking all the three, the most important food aspects in food sector are here. And I'm sure I'm writing with two, numerator and denominator. A teacher in me is not allowing me not to ask, but just put forth some aspect. And I'm sure many of you will write in chat or Q&A that when it comes to food sector, there are two things simultaneously required are, number one, something which we need to enhance, and number two, which we need to decrease. And I'm sure you also can get this particular IoT device in agriculture farm is talking about, can we really enhance the productivity, and can we really talk about how exactly we can reduce the wastage? So grow more, absolutely, in the same land size, grow more using technology in the right way and reduce wastage, all through upskilling and research. That is exactly the new opportunities. With this, I'll draw your attention. We talk about ingredients in our sector. So one of the important ingredient in this sector is not any edible ingredient, but the technology which has penetrated this sector. And as of now, this is the most sought after ingredient in food industry. Absolutely. So you see, be it food, cloud kitchen, be it food which come for inconvenience, be it food for packed, everywhere technology is there, which is wonderful. So when it comes to how integrated is this sector with Industry 4.0, and I'm sure our learned speaker, as well as the learned audience, are well aware that Industry 4.0 is revolving around these all aspects. Believe me, as far as big data is concerned, or AR is concerned, or IoT is concerned, this sector has already come in the terms of food industry also. Today I'm sitting in Bengaluru, and today we have 3D printed meats or 3D printed vegan proteins. So this is exactly the culmination beautifully happening, the food industry and Industry 4.0. Taking this aspect, I draw your attention to another term, and I wish we as, in terms of experts or participants, experts in their own areas, parents, and particularly higher education students. This slide I really wanted to draw, taking from the startups and what new opportunities are there for entrepreneurial debut or startups. In every segment of this slide, you can take one or other startup mentioned, like impossible for artificial proteins. Yes, there was a time when we thought that animal protein cannot be mimicked. And today you have same chewability, juiceability when it comes to protein. Be it delivery aspect, food has never been delivered as beautiful as today. Be it space foods or be it foods for our pets, the dynamism technology is worth watching. Food safety has been, and it is much more pertinent today. So is IoT, food waste reduction, and the important aspect for many of us is personalized nutrition. Today we are talking about personalized medicine, and very shortly we are talking. Right now, you would have heard from the stars, Mr. Amir Khan, which he had to do for movie Dangal. Personalized nutrition had to come after personalized, his genome makeup was studied, and based on that, the nutrition was decided. This technology is no more something for only selected few, but this is shortly coming for all of us in terms of our genetic makeup and encompassing the needs. I'm sure you know some of us gain weight so easily, some of us do not. Some of us by default tend to be diabetic, some of us not, even if our dietary habits are not that good. This aspect brings, which is something in gene makeup. Food robotics is another. And again, in Bengaluru, we have robots serving foods already in some of the restaurants. And 3D printing, we never thought within 1 year, 2022 and 2023, what we are seeing, huge change in packed food, which is 3D printed. Yes, we have 3D printed houses also. So this is what is happening. the time is even more beautiful. India at 75, we just celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and the 74th year of Republic, India. And this is amazing to see. Yes, there are challenges. Absolutely, we cannot ignore them, but they are really important. So if I culminate all these points and bring to you this colorful slide, I'm sorry, there are more text, but these are each and one in an important area, the new opportunities which are knocking. Be it our gut bioflora or microbiota, which is microbiome studies. There are very small, good bacteria, friendly bacteria in our gut, in our intestine. They are doing wonders to us. We are studying them even better. And there is a time where they can be harvested for even better uses. Be it omics studies or risk assessments, and the combination of pre and good probiotics are already in place. We are going for higher analysis in the terms of quality enhancement and quality checks through analytical tools and techniques. And food quality is always a challenge, especially in the food delivery system, the supply chain management. It will always remain, and it is still the main focus. Better packaging. Today, you have smart packages which tell you that, yes, please be careful before you buy that. And with every passing year, this technology is becoming more and more friendly available. Right now, it is just at the scale of it's being commercialized. And we have wonderful innovative ingredients coming up. And the other three I already mentioned, and these are some of the images which are coming from the industry. So with this, I wish to share the emerging sectors. Believe me, consumer was the king, consumer is the king, and consumer will remain the king for all the sectors. So industry, which is on the right-hand side, has to really foresee, be agile. How important is the dynamics which are coming from the consumer sector? And be it natural or organic products or nutraceuticals, vegan culture, veganism. We are a country which has told the world that the importance of vegetarianism. And a very staunch vegetarian in me is telling that. So the next step is being vegan. Yes, there are challenges and new opportunities, but there is absolutely good scope to work and consume also. Today, we have contactless delivery in the food sector. And all thanks to pandemic, we do talk about, layman also talks about immunity today. So immunity boosting foods are another very hyped market. And food for home dining to home cooking to high protein foods and preventive healthcare foods. The last one is the sector today. Even one of the big sectors, pet care foods. Sitting in a metro, this is so vividly visible. So the industry is also going local. Yes, we have been talking from last couple of years, go for local, be vocal for local. So is exactly for this sector. And food safety, as I was mentioning 2 times previously also, will always remain pertinently important. The new section which we have got in our sector is tracking and traceability of contaminants or other trace. And today we have cashless stores, yes. There's a huge digital disruption which has happened already in the sector. So is supply chain management is enhancing. So in summary, and I wish we have some questions, that's why I'm winding up a little faster. In summary, I wish to say that ample newness is around the corner and in all the sides, especially in the post-pandemic times. So the healthy lifestyle, the most important point I want to draw your attention. The healthy lifestyle is in vogue, is in fashion. And this is the point, these 3 points, the food industry is catapulting these worthy opportunities by adapting, resourcing from various ways, manufacturing, supply chain managing, and marketing with processing, all for the consumers, which we are all together here, and the whole population. So this is something which is worthy to try, and food will always remain an important aspect when it comes to our lifestyle. With this, I wish to say something which is important for us, that is something which is required for our healthy lifestyle. Why I said so at this point is that I'm sorry to say, when I mentioned earlier that India is #1 in many, we also are #1 in diabetes. Yes, we are the diabetic capital of the world, or we are #2 in coronary heart diseases. That's the bigger challenge which we are facing. One side is obesity and other lifestyle disorders, and the other side is poor nutrition, hidden hunger, or malnutrition. So there's a huge opportunities with many challenges, and we all together can play a huge role. With this, I wish once again a big thanks, and this opportunity has been amazing. To talk to such diverse people, all the participants, is really a prized opportunity. So thank you, organizers. You have done a great job, and in particularly to the CEO and Mr. Karthik, you have been coordinating amazingly well and taking this aspect in such a beautiful way. I have to thank all present here, and I'm reachable at these handles. Let's connect more, particularly in some wonderful professional networking sites like LinkedIn. And let's talk, let's discuss more. Let's see if we can work also together, even if remotely. With this, thank you so much. Thank you. And I wish some Q&A, some questions can be asked. And as I am seeing, if at all any question can come, it will be great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.